Today, we are going to be talking about AI designing viruses. So, we're not talking about like cybersecurity viruses. These are actual human biological viruses that's been designing, particularly for like antibiotics and that sort of thing. Kasra, what's going on here? Talk us through it.
AI's taking over the world, mate. So this was a bit of an interesting topic because I feel like for the past 4 or 5 days, every day AI's gotten out of the sandbox. So I was like, right, we need to talk about this. But basically, AI, or they've started using AI to experiment, and they've been able to create 16 viruses. Now, I thought at first it was to do with like computer viruses, and I was like, oh, of course. But it's actually like scientists using it to create new viruses. Now, to my knowledge, how bacteria and like antibiotics work and stuff like that is the scientists create a virus and then they'll create something to counteract that virus. And that's basically what they're doing. So they're using AI to develop viruses a lot quicker. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, they're looking at ways to like create the virus and then fix the virus. But at the same time, it feels like this, out of all the things that we could do with AI, this might not be number one.
Yeah, I mean, with all of the sandbox stuff, like this is by far the most scariest. So like basically what they've done is they've trained the models on millions of genomes. So like that's like basically data to do with like humans. So if you have peanuts, you have an allergic reaction. If you have this, you do this type of allergic reaction. So they've basically fed it a load of different information, which again, it's almost like a RAG or an LLM. And now they are using it to create counter viruses, so like fixes, solutions to all of those.
So, like, when it's running it, are they creating the virus first and then trying to cure it after? Is that like the order?
To my knowledge, that is the order, yes. That being so, that sounds really scary. But a scientist working in this field, to my knowledge, would do that anyway. This has just helped speed things up.
Ah, I see what you mean. I just feel like, in the same way that Claude codes something and you're like, this is terrible, and also we can't even fix this. Like, we've just got to start again here. Like, if someone got infected with a virus and then you can't, the cure doesn't actually work that's been designed, that would be wild. Having said that, wasn't great at biology at school, so I don't want to, I don't know if
I
I'm the expert.
wasn't, yeah. So like I was terrible at biology. I ended up doing chemistry for that specific reason. I felt biology was just way over my head. A little bit more data on this. So they tried creating 300. Going back to what you were saying, Claude ends up going off on a tangent and stuff. They tried creating 300. Only 16 of them came alive, which is a bit of an interesting one. I'd like to know what happened to the other 284.
Too many M dashes. Totally broken. Too many M dashes and hallucinations.
Do you know what is interesting, right? So like M dashes is like the one giveaway when you're reading content and you're like, oh, this is AI written. And then like I don't know if you've seen it with like Claude Code, right? With the logo. They've got like the big text and then small text underneath it. And that's like the giveaway for like web design that's been built with Claude. I
Mm.
would like to know like what's the giveaway for like an AI vibe coded virus.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing, isn't it? It's basically like vibe coding a virus.
Yeah, I mean,
Terrifying.
I would not want to be the one that causes mayhem in the virus industry. So what's your thoughts on this? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
It's so hard to know without seeing the progress I've made so far. Because I can see the benefit, of course. Like, it's helping people, it's moving technology and medicine forward, and potentially it could save a lot of lives. At the same time, we've all, probably everyone watching this has lived through what happened previously, which was not fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one, right? Because I could definitely see the use case of it, but there's always that, like, even when it comes to, like, right, doing simple tasks with AI, and it's just like the guardrails, right? But we were speaking about a subject the other day, and you said that they sent two different AIs to an LLM testing zone, like a sandbox, and they just started speaking in their own language. My worry is like, what happens if they go off the guardrails and they create a a super deadly virus. Like, is that even possible? Like, we've seen so many LLMs in the past couple of weeks just jumping out the sandbox doing their own thing.
Yeah, I feel like as well, if it depends on, because like these AIs, they don't seem to think about ethics. They just seem to think about how do I fix a goal. So if it's like, okay, create a virus, it's like, sure, mate, I'll create the best one I possibly can that you can't even fix. So I don't know. I mean, there must be a lot more benefits to this than I see. Whereabouts in the world are they testing this as well? That would be interesting to know.
This, do you know what? I don't know where it was. AI designed viruses. It is in Stanford University.
Oh, well, let's hope, like,
Stanford's in
not.
America, right?
Yeah, can you imagine if there's like the misconfiguration in the cybersecurity incidents? It's like, yeah, sorry, we let people walk in. It was a misconfiguration.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I mean, the closest thing that I could probably compare this to is when Elon Musk launched the self-driving mode on Tesla, right? And everyone was like, "Oh, well, what happens if you're driving and the car in front of you stops and there's a baby in a stroller on the pavement? Was it going to go and swerve into the?" It's like it's like such an if statement. Do you know what? I'm probably for it because I also do remember like reading a few years ago. I think it was like during the whole 2019 2020 days where people were saying like it takes 4 years from start to finish to get a vaccination approved, tested, and
Yeah.
finally out to the public. So if, say, for example, this reduces it to, let's say, 2 years or 1 year, and it does just as well of a job, I'm all for it. But I think it needs to be restricted in a proper sandbox with no doors that it can escape and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine they're like, if it's Stanford and if it's in the US, I can imagine they're taking it as slow as they possibly can without doing anything crazy. But it's like, it just takes one, doesn't it? It just takes one virus and then that's it, mate.
Done.
No touching grass, no going outside.
No touching grass. We're gonna all need to escape and go to Mars. That game over, mate.
That could be it. That could be the end game. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you. That was a great piece of news. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, check out our school groups in the description. We'll see you on the next one.